Alright, today, since there's no video that I found about this, we are going to attempt to install a subwoofer on a 2023 Ford Escape Hybrid Active. So first thing you gotta do is pop this plate off. I just used a flathead screwdriver. It's not hard, but it was irritating and I missed the clips, so I just popped it off video so you wouldn't hear me cussing at it, but it's just 2 clips. Pop off. Screws under here, 7 mil. I don't have any fancy shit, so I'm just using screwdriver and this, and I'm gonna skip me unscrewing these, but there's 3, 2 on the sides, 1 in the middle. Alright, got the screws off. This thing pops out. Take this clip off. Set this up on the dash. 2 7mm bolts right here. Pop those off. And this, I also, down here, there's 2 clips under the AC vent. 3 more clips right here in the bottom. I just got my little 3D print remove tool, plastic spatula, whatever. Pop, 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 pop. If you don't know how to do that already, you should not be trying to install these speakers, or you're probably going to break your $35,000 car. Alright. Alright. Now, we've got 2 more. Same thing. They're pretty boring with this. 7mm. 7mm. At least I don't have to change between 7, 10, 8, 9, 14, 36, 69, all that crap. Alright, does this just pop out? It's a proper application of leverage. The AC vent does come free. Alright. I'm gonna get 2 more down there. That is not gonna fit. So we're gonna ratchet that and be right back. Alright, so after a little digging around, trying to yank this thing out, there's actually some screws. This piece here, you gotta pop this out. There's 2 more 7mm under there, you gotta get out. Alright. So that's all popped off. Now we're gonna have to pop center control unit off. Transmission cup holder column. Leave this one running in case there's anything interesting.
Hey, are you okay? You need it. You okay?
Alright, sorry, my wife had an emergency, so yeah, this pops right out. I'm not gonna unplug that for now. Gives you access to these clips. Pop this side off here. This side off. This side off. Better move all these screws out of the way before I lose them. take these little harnesses off. This little guy, big guy rather, big ass thing, kind of hard to work with. It's ingrained in this whole piece here. We don't need to take it all the way off. We're just gonna get access to shorten this up. I'm just going to get access to this 7mm and drop our piece. Same thing with the other side. Just going to get access. Not going to worry about taking these all the way off, I don't think. Working on my car. Zip ties on it. Pop this out here. Oh, look. There's a couple 7mm screws down in there. Tired of this thing popping off. Let's stick it in there real good. Stick it in there real good. Alright. Clips popping off left and right. Upside down and back and forth. Here we have the elusive head units. Bam! Alright, I ain't gotta pull that out. We got the wiring harness right here, and I'll be back with how to hook that into your line output converter. Alright, so there's no type of wiring diagram at all that I could find for this car or anything remotely similar to it. So I ripped off the back two door panels. I'm not going to show you how to do that because that's pretty straightforward. You can find any kind of videos for that, but you don't need to, because I found that this pair right here, white green, brown yellow, white green white, and purple gray, are the two rear speaker wires. I believe the white green is the negative, and this purple gray is the negative. This is the back left pair, that's the back right pair. So we're going to wire this up and check out and see how it works. This is just for a subwoofer, by the way. I'm not doing any other kind of craziness, so if you're putting a 6-channel amp or something like that, you're going to have to dig deeper than I am. Alright, so I've got this line out converter wired up here. It's hooked up to these T-taps. Black wire is the ground. It goes here. When the power is off, this light turns off. When the power is on, this light turns on. So it actually works out pretty well. And then remote wire, obviously. I ran out of the low temp solder melting thingies, so this will have to do. Alright, so on the 23 hybrid active, at least, got your battery in the back here. Got to take off the spare tire, pop these 4 bolts off, take this thing off, unclip the battery. I screwed mine in. There's a couple terminals off to the side here. You can just screw that right in there. Plug that all in. The connections for the wiring that I showed earlier are the correct ones. I think I made a mistake on the right speaker. The white-green wire should be the negative, but it's all hooked up. I just put this little bitty amp and hooked this up just in case my subs blew up or in case the amp blew up from screwed up wiring, but I'm going to plug this one in later. So I will hook it up and let's see if it works or not. Alright, so since I was just shooting in the dark with the remote wire and stuff, instead of hooking it to the steering column, which you're more than welcome to do, hook it to the ignition so when you push it, it starts, but I wasn't about to rip that all apart. So what I did was I bridged the 12 volt in the remote wire and I hooked it up to a simple toggle switch. So right now, power's on. Click the toggle switch and power's off. Click the toggle switch, beep beep, power's on. So if you don't want to rip more stuff apart, just rig yourself a toggle switch, and I'm going to pretty that up and mount it right next to the bass knob up on the center console or off to the side somewhere. But yeah, that is how you get this running, and I'm going to put it all together, turn the car on, and we'll let you see what it sounds like. Alright, we got all my trash in the car, all my excess stuff. We are running this absolute ass of a tiny little 1,000-watt Boss amp that probably pushes about 150 RMS if I'm lucky. Running 2 Rockville 12s that do, I think, 400 RMS at 1 ohm, which we are definitely running no lower than 4 ohms right now. So we're gonna give it a test. I got bass turned down lower than half right now. We're gonna start with a good old song from way the hell back in the day. Bass Mechanic by Bass Mechanic. Let's check it out.
I'm your bass mechanic.
Half volume. Stop going away. No, play, idiot. Alright. Alright, so for what it is with that crap ass Boss amp, it actually shakes the car a little bit depending on the type of bass. So there you are. How to install shit on your 2023 Ford Escape Hybrid. Alright, I actually got the amp that came with the system to work. I had to bridge a couple connections, but I finally got that Rockville amp that came with the system to work. I had to take it apart and resolder a connection. So now let's see what it sounds like with some actual power going to it. There we go. That's taking my breath away. That's good stuff. All right. Bass all the way down. Alright, so we could safely say that that worked, and that is how you install subwoofers on a 2023 Ford Escape Hybrid.